Hey everybody, today we'll be learning about how to add 2 to a number. Now, since you've all mastered the art of adding 1 to a number, adding 2 to a number shouldn't be that much more harder. Let's start with an example. Let's say you have 4 plus 2. So let's start off with drawing pictures again. So let's say you have 4 squares this time. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. And your teacher tells you to draw 2 more. So you draw 2 more. So you have 1, 2. So now how many squares do you have in total? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares. You can see that adding 2 to a number isn't that much different from adding 1 to a number. You just make a diagram of the number you started out with, and then the number that you want to add, and then you count them all up, and there you go, you got 6. So let's also do it with a number line. So you draw a line, and then you draw dashes again. And then you write in the numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then once again you start with the number that you had in the beginning, which is 4. So make a big dot on 4 just like you did with adding 1. But this time, because you're adding 2 instead of 1, instead of jumping 1 spot, you jump 2 spots. So instead of jumping to 5, like you would for adding 1, you jump 1 more spot to 6. And there you go, you got 6 again. So adding 2, you can also do in your head, just like adding 1. So once again, you start out with 4, which is the number you had originally. So you go 4. And this time you count 2 numbers forward instead of 1, so because you're adding 2. So you start with 4, and you go 5, 6, and there you go, you got 6 again. So let's do some more examples with diagrams. Let's start with 7 plus 2. Let's draw circles. So let's say you have 7 circles, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 2 more, right? Because you're adding 2. So 2 more. So how many circles do you have in total now? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 circles. So you see how that works? It's pretty simple after you get the hang of it. So let's just try one more example. Let's say you have 3 plus 2. So how many circles would you have in the beginning? You would have 3, right? So you draw 3 circles. So 1, 2, 3, and then you add 2 more. So 1, 2, and then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 circles in total. So let's try some examples with a number line. Let's do 2 plus 2 and 8 plus 2. So let's draw a number line. And then, so in this case you start with 2, right? So you start with 2, and then you jump 2 spots, remember? So you go 1, 2. So you got 4. So 2 plus 2 equals 4. And for 8 plus 2, you start with 8, right? Because that's the number you had in the beginning. Go with 8 with a big dot on 8. And then you jump 2 spots again. So you go 1, 2. Then you got 10. So 8 plus 2 equals 10. So let's do some examples of adding a number to 2 in your head. So let's do 1 plus 2. So you start with 1 because it's the number you had originally. And then you count 2 forward. So you start with 1, and then 2, 3. So 1 plus 2 equals 3. And you can also do 5 plus 2, which you do the same thing. Start with 5, right? And then you count 2 more. So how would you do it? You have 5, and then 6, 7. And there you go. 5 plus 2 equals 7. So let's do all the numbers from 1 through 10, adding 2. We can use the number line for some of them, but as you get the hang of it, we can start doing it in our heads. So start with 1 plus 2. So you draw a big dot on 1. We just did this problem, so you should be able to remember. And then you jump 2 spots. So 1 plus 2 equals 3. And then you do the same thing for 2 plus 2. So you start with 2, and then you jump 2 spots. So instead of 3, you go to 4. Same thing for 3 plus 2. So you start with 3, and then you jump 2 spots. You get 5. So are you starting to see a pattern? How you just keep going 1 further each time? So can you get what 4 plus 2 might equal? 6, of course. Because you start with 4, and you go 5, 6. You're adding 2 more, so you get 6. So for 7, what would it be? 7, correct. Because 5, 6, 7. 6 plus 2 would equal 8. 7 plus 2, 9. 8 plus 2, 10. 11 plus 2, 11. 10 plus 2, 12. So you see the pattern, how when you add one more number, you're just going in order, just up the scale. Another thing you have to realize about adding 2 to a number is, let's say you have 5 plus 2. So, do you remember what this equals? You can think about it in your head. 5, 6, 7. So 5 plus 2 equals 7. But instead, if you had 2 plus 5, what would this equal? Now, you might be thinking, hey, this is weird. I don't know how to add 5 to a number. But it's really not adding 5 to a number. It's just adding 2 to a number. So, what you can do in your head is switch it around. So, instead of 2 plus 5, you can make it 5 plus 2. And there you go. It's the same thing as what you got over here. So, 2 plus 5 or 5 plus 2 both equal 7. So, just so you know, we'll do more practice with this later. So when you switch two numbers around, it does not make a difference to the answer or the sum. So if you have, let's say, 8 plus 2, which equals 10, right? 2 plus 8 will also equal 10. So just keep practicing this stuff, and once you get the hang of it, other additions will come easy to you.